Honey? Where are you?
Ma'am? Is everything okay?
It's my husband. He's disappeared.
You know what? I bet he just slipped off to the restroom while you were asleep.
Would you mind checking, please?
Okay, sure.
And take this.
Ma'am?
I think he's gone off naked.
I'll be right back.
Honey, have you seen the kids?
Super.
Where are they? Where are my kids? I can't find my kids. My kids! I can't find my kids!
My grandparents, I can't find them. They were sitting right here.
Hey guys, it's Joel with Basin Apologetics here in Southern Oregon. I got asked to do a short video on my beliefs of the secret rapture, and I am going to talk about why I do not believe it's biblical, so we're going to dive right in. First, what we're going to do is we're going to take two verses from the Bible that support the idea of a secret rapture. So we're going to start in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, and we're going to start in verse 16. So it says, "For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a cry of command, with the voice of an archangel, and with the sound of the trumpet of God. And the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with Christ in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so we will always be with the Lord." So that's the first verse that supports the idea of a rapture. The second one, we're going to actually jump back to Matthew chapter 24. So we're in Matthew chapter 24, and we're going to start in verse 40. So in verse 40 it says, "Then 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken and one left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken and one left. Therefore stay awake, for you do not know on what day the Lord is coming." At first glance, when you read these verses, it looks like it actually does support the idea of a secret rapture, but if we dive a little bit deeper, it actually is the complete opposite of what it appears to be. So the funny thing about Matthew chapter 24 is if you actually just go up 3 verses before verse 40, you get the context of what it's actually talking about, and it's actually pretty surprising what we're going to find out here. So if we go to verse 37 in Matthew chapter 24, it says, "For as were the days of Noah, so will be coming the Son of Man. For as in those days before the flood they were eating and drinking, marrying and given in marriage, until the day when Noah entered the ark, and they were unaware until the flood came and swept them all away." Who's them? The wicked. "So will be the coming of the Son of Man." So then it starts, "Then 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken and one left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken and one left." The interesting thing is, though, is just the verses before it says, "as in the days of Noah." So Noah and his family were saved. They weren't taken from the earth, but all of the wicked were actually taken from the earth. It's actually the complete opposite of what most Christians would say is happening, is the ones that are taken. The idea of this secret rapture is that the Christians are the ones leaving the earth, but as in the days of Noah, it's actually the wicked that are leaving the earth. Another parable that supports the idea of the wicked being taken first, not the righteous, and also that when the Lord comes, it's one singular event, is in Matthew chapter 13. It's the parable of the weeds. So I'm going to read the parable, and then later Jesus actually explains what the parable means. So the parable of the weeds, it's verse 24, Matthew chapter 13. "He put another parable before them, saying, The kingdom of heaven may be compared to a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while his men were sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. So when the plants came up and bore grain, then the weeds appeared also. And the servants of the master of the house came and said to him, Master, did you not sow good seed in your field? How then does it have weeds? He said to them, An enemy has done this. So the servant said to him, Then do you want us to go and gather them? But he said, No, lest in gathering the weeds you root up the wheat along with them. He says, Let both grow together until the harvest, and at the harvest time I will tell the reapers, Gather the weeds first, and bind them in bundles to be burned, but gather the wheat into my barn. Jesus explains the parable of the weeds in verse 36, same chapter. So then he left the crowds and went into the house, and his disciples came to him, saying, Explain to us the parable of the weeds of the field. He answered, The one who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed is the sons of the kingdom. The weeds are the sons of the evil one, and the enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the close of the age, and the reapers are angels. Just as the weeds are gathered and burned with fire, so will it be at the close of the age. The Son of Man will send his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all causes of sin and all lawbreakers, and throw them into the fiery furnace. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So when Jesus actually explains the parable, it says the Son of Man will send his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all causes of sin and all lawbreakers. So it's actually the wicked that the angels are coming and taking. And it even says before that the weeds are gathered first. So it's very interesting that it's actually the complete opposite of a secret rapture. So 1 Thessalonians does teach that we're caught up into the air with Christ when he returns, but this is, according to other scriptures, this is after all the wicked are gathered from the earth. We meet Christ in the air, and then we're going to return down to earth with Christ for final judgment, and this is a one-time singular event. Every time in the Bible it talks about Christ returning and the second coming, there's always trumpets, and it's a big event that everybody seems to know about. There's shouts and trumpets, so it does not appear to me, based off the scriptures, that there's going to be a secret rapture. It seems like it's a one-time singular event, and everybody seems to know about it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys learned something today. I know this was a really short video on a topic that people debate for hours and hours on and centuries on, but I hope you guys learned something today. If you guys liked the video, hit the thumbs up button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit subscribe if you guys want to learn more. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys comment in the section below, and we can hopefully respond to all your guys' comments. Hopefully we can all glorify God just by reading his word and learning together. I hope you guys have a great day.